Lamont Roach and Pitbull Cruz proves that Tank Davis rematch is on deck for the winner. Let's talk about it. Smash the like, sub to the channel, share the video. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. Also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG, KQ, KC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. I can't help but notice that everything that PBC tends to be doing at the end of this year is really setting up for some major things to be happening for the company in the summer of 2026. We all know that promoters plan ahead, that PBC is one of the top brands when it comes to building fights, getting fights done, putting on huge fights. We saw what they did with, and then whether it be years in the making or whether it be something that takes, a surprise big time fight, right? Surprise, nigga, we got Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao, but Errol got hurt. Nobody saw that coming, but it was gonna be huge. Surprise, nigga, we got Jermell Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez. Nobody saw that coming, but the shit was huge. Did crazy numbers. Years in the making, yeah, we finally got the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight done, 1.2 million pay-per-views. Years in the making, yeah, we finally got the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight done. Look at us now, you know what I'm saying? And now here we are with the end of the year, and everything is pointing to setting up a big summer for Tank Davis. How you tying this to Tank Davis, KO? Here's what I know. You got Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero fighting. You got Pitbull and you got Lamont Roach fighting. And you got and you got Cool Boy Steph and O'Shaquie Foster fighting. Yeah. All of those are potential Tank Davis opponents. Now, for me, PBC would obviously rather make the Manny Pacquiao fight. If Manny Pacquiao beats Rolly Romero, Tank Davis is going to welterweight and fighting Manny Pacquiao. Why you say that, KO? Because if they're going to they want Manny to lose to one of their fucking fighters, bro. If Manny's going to come back, they don't want him losing to a top-ranked fighter. They not wanting him to lose to an independent like Devin the Dream Haney. They don't want him losing to a fucking Matchroom Ian Crocker or wherever the fuck that UK dude Ian Crocker, wherever the fuck he from, whoever he signed to. I think he signed to Matchroom. He might be signed to Frank Warren and them. I don't know. Somebody let me know. Shit. But you can tell that the setup is in play. We'll start with Manny and Rolly first. If Rolly wins, then that was off the table. But that's why they got their bag ups. If Manny wins, Tank gonna probably be fighting Manny Pacquiao, dog. And is it a good fight? Fuck no, I don't think it's a good fight. Is it a trash-ass fight because of Manny Pacquiao's age and him being past his prime? Yes, I think it's a trash-ass fight, but it's more so how highly I think of Tank as a fighter compared to me just thinking Manny is trash. Because obviously if he can hang in there with Barrios, if he could beat Rolly Romero, then Manny still got something left in the tank. But for what I want Tank Davis to do, that shit would be trash. But Manny Pacquiao, if he win, we getting Tank and Manny in the summertime, bro. Probably on Prime for free or probably on Netflix for free. They gonna sell that motherfucking fight and get the streams up. Straight up. Because the Philippines, however many million people in the Philippines got Netflix, all of them watching. All of them watching. Then Tank's fan base, yeah, they doing that. Secondary is obviously Lamont Roach and Pitbull Cruz. I told people, you'll know if they're still considering the Tank Davis-Lamont Roach rematch based on what Lamont Roach does. If Lamont Roach just sits out and waits on Tank to fight Jake Paul, then he probably waiting on that Tank fight. If Lamont Roach is fighting somebody on PBC or a Pitbull fight, or somebody that could build the Tank fight, then, bro, he's probably doing the Tank rematch after that, assuming that he wins. If he were to be fighting Shakur Stevenson and a possible opponent for Shakur, and he had to go elsewhere, that means PBC has no interest. PBC is naturally building the Tank and Lamont Roach rematch or the Tank and Pitbull rematch, whoever wins. As a backup, in my opinion. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. Manny Pacquiao is their first option for Tank. That's just my opinion. You can get mad all you want to. That's my opinion. I fucking hate it. Lamont Roach Pitbull winner, that is the secondary plan, in my opinion. They would prefer Pitbull. They would prefer Pitbull beat Lamont Roach because of how tough the first fight with Tank and Lamont Roach is. That's what I think. Al Heyman, Louis DeCubas, Tom Brown, who does the matchmaking for PBC, if you put them on a lie detector test, they probably will never admit this shit, but they probably failed a lie detector test. They probably want Pitbull to pressure Lamont Roach, make the fight tough, make it close, smother Lamont Roach, and Pitbull get the victory for a couple of reasons. Number one, Tank and Lamont Roach, same fan base. Lamont Roach don't really have fans. Lamont Roach has people that hate Tank that just rooting for him for Tank. They both got that black American fan base. Pitbull bring the Mexicans. And if Pitbull beats Lamont Roach after Tank struggle with him, that Mexican fan base gonna rise up. And that's gonna be some money in the pot for Tank and Pitbull. So from a business perspective and from a matchmaking perspective, I guarantee you they want Pitbull to win that fight. But either way, the winner of that fight is built up, set up prime for a Tank Davis rematch. Then you got the dark horse, the O'Shaquie Foster Cool Boy Steph shit. The O'Shaquie Foster Cool Boy Steph shit. I honestly think Tank Davis' 2026 is set up for 2 of those 3 fights. I think if Manny wins, he's first in the summertime, and then Tank either at the end of 2026, early 2027, January or February 2027, to fight 2 times in less than 12 months. I fully anticipate that he'll be fighting either A, the winner of Pitbull and Lamont Roach, or B, Cool Boy Steph, O'Shaquie Foster winner. That's what I think is about to happen, and they clearly building up for it. There's too many things that build naturally into a Tank Davis fight for me not to bring it to y'all's attention. Now, Tank Davis said, I'm gone in 8 weeks. I maintain, and I say very, 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 very clear, wake me up after the Jake Paul press conference. And let's see what he says after the Jake Paul press conference. Wake me up when he informs the WBA that he's retiring and they take his belt. Wake me up in 2, 3, 4 years when he's never fought again. Then you come back to the channel and say, KO, he really did retire. He never fought again. I maintain there's too much money on the table. Tank Davis is too damn coy. He play around too much. All of this shit could all be a huge plan for him to fucking turn around and really be dedicated and really be fighting the shit and just giving us what he wants to give us to stir up controversy. This is a young man that's always used controversy to promote his career. Going all the way back to his time with Floyd Mayweather, that's who he learned that from. So you're gonna have to show me, bro. Tank would have to show me he's ready to turn down all them money, all them millions. He'd have to show me. So I'm gonna continue to talk as if Tank Davis is still in the sport of boxing until he truly does the Andre Ward and proves that he is gone. As I said in the Tank Davis retirement video that we dropped a couple of weeks ago, I seen Eric Morales retire for 3 years because he felt like he got cheated, then come back and fight on for years and years to come. I saw Floyd Mayweather retire for almost 2 years and then come back and fight Juan Manuel Marquez, and the list goes on and on, continue his career. I saw George Foreman out of the sport for 10 years. I saw Ray Leonard out of the sport for damn near 4 years. I seen Mike Tyson retire for 20, 30 years, then come back and do an exhibition, bro. Roy Jones, same thing. I saw Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. retire, snort cocaine, join the cartel, only to come back later and fight Jake Paul. Like, what I'm saying to y'all is, bro, miss me with the bullshit, fam. This is the same Tank Davis said leading up to the Lamont Roach fight, I hate the sport of boxing, I don't love the sport no more, blah, 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 whatever. Hey, could you fall back in love with the sport again? Yes, I could. After the draw with Lamont Roach, hey, you said you was retiring at the end of this year. Are you still retiring at the end of this year? Nah, I got about 3, 4 fights left. Before getting arrested or whatever, he's like, yeah, man, you know, I'm locked back in. It's time for me to show the world who I say I am, bro. I'm coming back, looking in shape. I'm about to fight Lamont Roach. Oh, shit, I got arrested. My plan got fucked up. In the middle of the damn Jake Paul press conference, now, I'm not into it. But then the second press conference, I'm into it. I announced my retirement responding to a fucking fan on Twitter like, nigga, miss me with that shit. Dude, he still got his WBA belt. If he still got his WBA belt, okay. Well, KO, he don't care about belts. Belts don't matter, nigga. Belts are promotional tools for the PBC, specifically for Tank Davis. It gives you the ability to say he's a world champion. When he does fight somebody, it's for a world championship. That looks good on the fucking banner, bro. Even if you think he don't give a fuck about the belt, PBC gives a fuck about the belt. They want control over that belt. So when he petitions the WBA to let them know he's retiring, then wake me up. When he's out of the sport for 3-4 years, then wake me up, bro. People like him can't stay away. He don't know shit else. And PBC is not moving like he about to retire. They moving like they getting ready to try to have a big 2026 with him. They getting ready like they trying to catapult this Jake Paul fight into even bigger bags for him and for their company in the future. They're planning everything around him, bro. If you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. No way they got 2 of his opponents fighting to naturally build up a rematch. No way they got Manny Pacquiao and Rolly Romero fighting, and then Manny Pacquiao beats Rolly Romero somehow, and they're like, yeah, let's just make Manny Pacquiao versus the winner of Norman and versus the winner of Brian Norman and motherfucking Devin Haney, a top-ranked fighter and fucking independent fighter. Let's put Manny in there with Ian Crocker. Yeah, and if he possibly loses, then we just fuck up the bag. Let's try to make Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios Part 2, even though the first one flopped and shit. Nah, bro. They gonna be like, nigga, we gonna put him in there with Tank. Juneteenth or June or July or some shit. Watch, bro. Watch what I tell you, fam. Either that, or if Rolly beats his ass, which I hope, then it's gonna be the Pitbull and Roach winner as a natural big fight. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. PBC seems to be playing around Tank for right now. Even though he's supposed to be retiring at the end of this year. And as far as the retirement go, wake me up in 2028 around this time if he still ain't fought again. Then I'll have that conversation with you. Smash like, sub to the channel. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.